When I heard the cruelty that these monkeys faced from a program that is run by Elon Musk, as much as I respect the man for what he's done, I was really disgusted by what I heard, what I read. When it comes to science experiments, and these, when they conduct experiments on rats, monkeys, it really is a question of, the ethics. How much can you harm animals when it comes to advancing society? So in this in this program, and we're talking about Elon Musk's Neuralink, there have been several monkeys that have actually died. And there is a controversy as to why these monkeys actually died, that they're part of the research related to Neuralink. And they've died, but what the cause is under scrutiny. Elon Musk tweeted that these monkeys that died under the research that was done for Neuralink, the company that they have a brain implant that goes through the skull that is supposed to enable the human to interact with a computer through thoughts wirelessly. I believe it's wireless. And what he said in a tweet is that these monkeys have died not because of Neuralink. Hasn't specified how, but that Neuralink wasn't the cause of their death. Now, if you read the article, and you could check this in Wired, they describe 3 animals and what has transpired. And they have these animals referenced by number. So animal 20, I believe, was the first animal. And that animal 20, when they implanted the Neuralink in the brain of the first monkey of animal 20, then the monkey started, basically, he was scratching the skull uncontrollably to the point where it was bleeding. And then they had to do surgery on the monkey to figure out what was going on. And then there was like a viral and bacterial infection that spread from that site of where he was like itching, uncontrollably. And then he had to be euthanized, I think a month later or 2 months later. The next animal 15, I believe it was a she, and the monkey also was basically, every time lab workers would enter, she would shake uncontrollably and be banging her head on the floor, which seems to be a sign of pain, discomfort. And at times she would be constantly holding a partner, another monkey, holding by the hand, and just trying to gain solace. But beside that, she was just constantly banging her head, and also had the same symptoms, yanking out, the area of where the Neuralink was. And then also had to be, that one I don't recall if it was euthanized or died at that point. Another monkey also, they found that the Neuralink became super loose to the point where the screws were loose and it was just completely coming off, and also had to be euthanized. And what Elon Musk has come to say is that Neuralink wasn't the cause of their deaths, and that they are only using monkeys who are already at their end of life. Now, there's other people who have come out to speak, but they are hiding their identities for fear of backlash. People who are on the inside who are saying there's no way that any of this that Neuralink wasn't the cause, or that these monkeys were at their end of life, because most of these monkeys, they had to be trained for a year prior. They have to train their behavior for a year prior to even engaging into the Neuralink research. So there is no way now to verify that we don't know, but that's one report that's come out. And to me, it really feels disgusting when you see that, and you question, sometimes we see these companies and these big things going on, and we're, Neuralink, it's cool. And then you're just like, what? Wait a second. They have to go through this, do all this damage to real monkeys, to animals, and not that rats are any less, but sometimes I think as humans, we think of rats as being, disgusting and monkeys being cute. So when you hear of a monkey, maybe it hits home a little more, and you're just like, wow, they did that to the monkey, and what are the ethics to say, to what extent can we do these experiments on animals in hopes that we can progress humanity? And also, we have to remember that, are we progressing humanity, or are we progressing capitalism and, a private company who's going to earn money for all of this anyway? They haven't approved, I believe the FDA, has not approved human trials for Neuralink last year. Ironically, even after these reports, now FDA has approved human trials. So Neuralink is going to be able to do these experiments on humans. And I think their goal is to do it on someone who has paralysis to see if they can get them to communicate. While it's a lofty goal, to have to implant something in someone's skull and that's going to attach to their brain without knowing if it actually works or not, I mean, seems really grotesque. And what happened to these animals and these monkeys is really sad. So I pass it on to you. What do you guys think? I mean, what are the ethics involved in, how much should we go to allow these experiments for the progression of some sort of goal or achievement of some sort of advancement of society?